Hey, what's going on? My name's Alex. I'm one of ArcSite's account executives. Appreciate you taking the time to look at some of the features and functionality within ArcSite that allow you to generate a full estimate and proposal just by drawing out a picture within ArcSite. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to draw and drag my finger along the canvas a rough foundation of a house, and just by drawing this out, I can get a rough understanding of what the customer might need to know. Maybe we'll add a garage in this little area right here. Drag and drop. Maybe we'll add a small little room off to the side. And then just to show you some of the features, I might not have connected those two right there, but I can just, using the extend tool, extend those two lines together to attach, extend those two lines together to attach right there. So once we have that rough foundation drawn out, what you might be doing is labeling each individual room to specify and customize it a little bit more to each individual homeowner. So maybe this specific area right here is the garage. We'll spread that out a little bit more. Maybe this is the laundry room. And this is the basement. So once we have that, we might want to add a little bit more customization to personalize it more to your specific customer. So once we have that, ArcSite has a full shape library currently built out, so we can go in here. Maybe since this is a basement, I'm going to add a single staircase along this wall. Maybe since this is a laundry room, I'm going to show you what it would look like to add maybe a furnace in this bottom corner. You can zoom in to show that. We get those relative dimensions based on where it would be in the room. So you can see those green lines. So I'm going to add those right there. Maybe if I go back into recents, maybe there's some trees that are around the house that I just want to add. So all of these features and shapes that I'm adding right now do not have any type of price associated with it. Where ArcSite becomes super beneficial to use is we have this product section over here that are a set of drawing tools that have price associated with them. So what you can do is simply just tap on that, go in there, and you can add these as necessary. So for this quick example, we're going to be a jack of all trades. We're going to show you a few different products and different ways that we can add stuff to the canvas. So maybe there's a termite bait station that we want to add around the house. Using the duplicate button, all I'm going to do is just duplicate it on the canvas. One of the really big features within ArcSite that a lot of our customers take advantage of is the location-based photo tool. So once you get here, you could actually take a photo directly from your iPad and just snap a photo of where you're looking at. Or, since I'm not in a problem area in the basement, I'm just going to select a photo from my library. Maybe we'll go into here. I'll go into my ArcSite album that I currently have built out and select this basement. What you can do within this is actually mark up the photo a little bit more. So using the draw tool, I'm going to go to freehand mode, turn it to red, turn that line weight up a little bit, and maybe we're going to be putting a sub pump in this specific area. So I'll do that, switch this back, maybe switch this to a dotted line, put that there, put that there. So just to let the customer know exactly what this is on the canvas, I'm going to add a text call out that just says what this is. So we're going to do sub pump here. We'll save right to that canvas. Let's give it a little bit bigger of a text type and give it a background color so it's ready and visible for the customer. If I click back into that drawing and I click on that specific photo, everything that I just did is saved right to that specific photo icon. Now I can move it around as necessary throughout the canvas. So we'll save that right to that specific corner. I'm going to go in and I'm going to add that specific sub pump icon right there. And if we go in, we can see the attributes that are assigned to this specific product just by tapping that right here. This is the first look into what the products and features and functionality that we can add and the customization. So if you see these red icons right here, that's saying we need to have these questions answered before we can push together a proposal or a final number to the customer. So I'll tap on that. We're going to say it's perforated, it's solid with no holes, and maybe we're going to give them a battery backup. We're going to charge them $150 for it. We'll save right to that canvas. So now that specific icon has a lot of data that's associated with it. And that can be used for multiple different things. Right now we have two shape-based products. I'm going to show you what it would look like to add a line-based product along this wall right here. We're going to do some exterior wall waterproofing, and just by dragging my finger along, can zoom in. We're going to separate this. We're going to put this on the exterior wall just so it stays right there. If I select that, I'll go back into attributes, and this is a line-based product that works as a wall surface. So we want to calculate the total square footage of that specific wall. So we're going to say it's about an 8-foot wall that we're going to be applying that exterior wall waterproofing on, and it's going to save and calculate that total square footage. So when we go into the estimate, it automatically priced this out for us. Let's attach another location-based photo to the front of the house. We're going to select a photo from the photo library. We'll go into my ArcSite library. So let's mark this up a little bit more. So if we're doing gutters, for instance, I want to have them know exactly where we're going to be installing them. Maybe it's super relevant to know that this is where the downspout location is, just so that there's no confusion. Once you have the installers out there, that there's a miscommunication that the homeowner thought it was going to be installed in a different area. This sets expectations the first time as you're walking through with the homeowner. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to drag my finger along the canvas. I'm going to drag this right up. So I'm going to zoom in, put that, attach that right there. Shrink that down a little bit more. So then we're going to also show where the downspout would be located. So I'm going to do a line right here, show it coming down, and then have it jetting out right down there. And this is what we specifically want to note to the homeowner. So we're going to also put in one of these text callout boxes and say downspout here. Save right to that canvas. Again, let's turn that line weight up a little bit. Oops. Turn that line weight up a little bit. Let's turn it to 15. Let's give it a background color so it pops right out for the homeowner. So we'll save it right directly to that canvas. I'll select off of it. This way, when you're walking through with the homeowner, they know exactly what you're talking about, where everything's going to be located. We'll go similar back into where we were. Saved right in there again. I can show you exactly where I was staying when I took that photo. So now we got to install those gutters. So this is an example of a bundled product. So this 5-inch gutter with gutter guard, just by drawing out one line across the front of the house, this is going to price out not only the 5-inch gutter, but the gutter guard. So if we have this selected, select tap off of that, and I go back in to attributes, we can see that we need more data to collect before we can push together a proposal for the customer. For this example, we're going to show you what it would look like if you were choosing between some of the different installation methods for gutters specifically. But this could be tailored to just about whatever industry that you're working in, and as long as there's a calculation assigned to it, we can incorporate that within ArcSite. So for this example, we'll do hidden hanger. We're going to charge $1 per square foot, or $1 per foot of removal of install. We're going to go back over to that gutter guard installation method. We're going to do standard, and then there's no gutter protection, so we don't need to get that answered. We're going to save and close. And then the last couple things that I want to show is one of the area-based calculations. So say, for instance, we're going to be installing there's a concrete pad right out in the front of the house. So we'll do that. Let me make sure that the line weight's turned down to a normal size. Just by dragging my finger here, this is that driveway. I go into products, let's put concrete right there. So I'm going to tap an internal point. It will automatically calculate that total square footage that we would need to present this to the homeowner. One of the other things that you can do with the area-based products is tapping an internal point and having this automatically calculate everything, but taking out those specific areas that won't be covered. So for this example, we're doing a crawl space encapsulation, but we're not going to be covering and calculating the square footage based on where the furnace is, based on where the hot water tank is. That could be joists, that could be girders, whatever you want it to be, that could be right here. So we'll save that to the canvas. I do want to show you one more thing. So for this garage door opener, we're going to be charging them to do a garage door opener. So we'll put that in the garage door opening spot. We'll save that right to the canvas. Maybe we want to add a little bit more customization to this specific drawing. So we can go back into those shapes. We can drag and drop maybe an AC unit along the outside of the house. Size that down a little bit more. Maybe there's a bathroom right in here. So I'm just going to, drag and drop, maybe make this a little bit bigger. All you need to do is, it's fully customizable. So I can zoom in, we'll make this a little bit bigger as well. We'll move these around. Then now, we want to wall this off so it's a normal bathroom. So we'll go back in, we'll make this an actual bathroom door. I'll snap this right to that line right there. And then now, maybe we want to specify how we're getting into each one of these rooms. We're going to add a single door, and it will create that opening right there. You can drag those openings right into that spot, and you can actually tap one of these control points and move it to wherever the door would be opening. So we're just going to move this around a little bit more. Maybe make that over here. We've got window shapes as well, so we can go in here and then attach those. Maybe there's a window along the back of the house. And then I can space these out, and I can see 5 foot in between each one, and just quickly duplicate 5 foot in between each one. Maybe there's a bay window in the front of the house. We'll attach that bay window right here. You can see that opening that it creates. I can make it a little bit bigger just to show what it would look like. So from here, we've got that full CAD drawing created. Maybe the last thing we want to do is give the homeowner a good understanding of what they're paying for within this drawing. So I can go over to Create Legend Table. You can see that it's labeled with each individual thing that has price associated with it. So you see we've got a toilet, we've got a sink, we've got that AC unit, the furnace hot water tank. Those are not listed on the legend because they're not paying for it. So the next thing that we're going to do is go over to take off an estimate, and now we'll see all the information that ArcSite pulled just by drawing that picture. So we'll go to that product detail of this garage door, model type for this garage door opener. Maybe it's a double garage. We could charge that. So we'll go back in, and just by drawing out that picture, it calculated all this stuff, pulling from the ArcSite database that will work with you to incorporate your pricing within. The additional data, this is where you can attach terms and conditions, warranty information, anything that you need to attach, like contracts that you currently have, we can attach as long as it's a PDF. Maybe you want to specify that there's a 3-year warranty. We'll go over to that payment data, and then we'll specify a 10% down payment and the mode of payment that they're going to be paying us and the method of payment that they're going to be choosing. We'll select check. So now what we're going to do is export to the ArcSite cloud. So it's going to create a customer proposal just from what we drew out, that data that it collected, and put together a full proposal that you would be able to put and present in front of a homeowner. So it's going to populate within our user site and populate within this document right here. You can see that this is exactly what we just drew out. It's given us the quantity based on what we did, and it gives us an individual line item cost of what that would total out to be. If we go to that following page, you can see that CAD drawing that we completed. And those photo icons that we took now turned red, and they have a corresponding number on it. The following page, you can see everything that we just collected is now populated on there with the corresponding number from the canvas. There's even a place for a customer to sign. So if I have to sign off on a document right here, the customer's ready to move forward, they can sign off on that and attach it right to this customer proposal. If they're not quite ready to move forward with it, there's a few different options that you can have to move forward. You could either print this using a wireless printer, so printing it directly from ArcSite, or you could simply email it out. So I could email this out, and it would be coming directly from me, and I can say, look, this is what we discussed with you when we were at the house today. I really think that we should be going through XYZ reasons why you're going to be going with my business. You can attach any other information that you would need to attach, contact information, all that kind of good stuff, right to this canvas. We're not going to send this out, but I'll go back up to the top and show you again. This is what we're creating just by drawing out that picture. If you have any questions about this, or you're wondering if this is for your industry, or you're wondering if it would be a good fit for you, feel free to reach out to us directly here. There's a chat window that you can talk to us on, or submit a form. Someone will be happy to reach out and see if it's a fit. My name's Alex. Appreciate you taking the time. We'll be in touch.